This video almost didn't happen. You know, I've been sitting on this idea for years. Not because I didn't want to do it, but because I let fear win. And if anyone knows me, they know that fear of talking is not something that really applies to someone like me. I never had a problem with sharing my mind, my opinion, my thoughts with others. But today I hit record. I've been sitting on this idea since COVID, since 2000. And a sequence of events made me get to this point and decide that, you know what, man, let me just roll the dice and record a video and post it on YouTube. And it made me realize something that I had forgotten. It made me realize, man, look, you can't be good at something until you're actually trying to do it. You can't be successful at something or even fail at something until you actually try to do it. I'm going to be talking about how fear can actually hold you back from doing things and trying new things. What really got me here was this whole debate going on with AI. And as I was listening to a lot of my friends and colleagues, and some are using AI and some are not using AI, it made me realize that there were some things that I've been wanting to try and I just haven't done it. In fact, I have been wanting to launch this channel for years. I was afraid of what would some of my colleagues in the tech industry think. It really wasn't a fear of speaking. It was a fear of making certain people uncomfortable. And ironically, my wife, she looks at me and she says, man, she's surprised it took me this long because according to her, I love conflict and I love making people uncomfortable. You know, she thinks that's my thing. She's not wrong. You know, I've never had an issue telling people what I think. And I have to admit, man, that was probably the last straw for me. That kind of clicked because it made me realize, why not start something? Why not do this? So years ago, a good friend of mine, he runs the VinWiki channel. You know, he told me something that kind of stuck with me. You know, he said, look, man, just shoot the first video, then shoot 20 more, then do 100. Some of them will be terrible. Just start. And I wanted to take his advice, but fear kept me in prep mode. I was overthinking, over planning, waiting to feel ready, waiting to be perfect. In fact, even just the process of filming this, I was beginning to give myself a million excuses on maybe the lighting isn't right, maybe the background sound isn't right, maybe I should do this another day, another time. But the truth is, you don't need perfect to begin, man. You just need to begin. Just create something, put it out there, see what happens. So think about that, man. Inaction breeds doubt and fear, and action breeds confidence and courage. Not long ago, I, met a fellow University of Miami alum at an event. She hosts a podcast, and if you can't tell by all the stuff in the background, I'm a Cane for life. So I'm at this event and I'm networking, I'm working the room, introducing myself to people, finding out who is who. And, after hearing my story, man, she looked me dead in the eye. She said, look, man, you got the gift of gab. You got a story that people should hear. And she invited me to her podcast. And that thing lit a fire in me. I had a very deep conversation with one of my best friends from high school. You know, that best friend from high school that you have, that good friend from high school that always kind of breathe life into you, breathe fire into you. I mean, he kept reminding me like, look, man, why haven't you tried this? Why haven't you done this? I don't know you as some guy to be afraid to say or do anything. And he kind of reminded me of who I was, you know. And sometimes you forget that, man. Sometimes you get caught up in your regular everyday life, the things that you got to get done, and you forget the things that actually got you to where you are. That lack of fear, sometimes even a little recklessness, being bold. That kind of hit me different. You know, it made me realize I just can't ignore this anymore. In fact, one of the things he said to me, he's like, pay yourself, man. Look, man, if you're gonna go through this life working hard, doing stuff, take care of yourself. Pay yourself. Do some of the things that you want to do. Do the things you want to do. And don't be afraid to do them. So here's to making myself uncomfortable and hopefully sparking some real conversation and debate. Look, if this resonates with you, man, hit subscribe. Peace out. Easy.